everybody. Today we're going to go through a little bit of bucket stepping. We're going to do another 20-minute workout, Wing Chun workout here, just focusing in on that lower body. So we're mostly going to stretch out the lower body today, and we'll go into some bucket stepping drills from there. We're just going to take it down through the hip first. Walk it down, a little lower. We're going to bring it over that left leg. And back to the right. Bring it into the center, or squat down. You can go wide if you need to, or you can bring it in all the way narrow. Interlocking the fingers, extending it up over the head. And coming back up. We're going to start off with a few kicks, just to warm those legs up. Just going to do some general kicks, so we'll start with some crescents. Inside line to the outside, swinging through with that leg and stepping back. Just let that leg swing freely. We'll do 10. And switch legs, 10 the other way. Now we're going to go from the outer line to the inside line, crescenting in and across 10 times. And changing legs. Last one. All right. Finishing up those warm-ups, we're going to do some forward leg kicks. For this, I want that toe pointed out as you swing the leg up. And when you step back, coming back completely flat with the foot. 10 times each side. Swapping over to the other leg. And we'll shake it out a little bit. All right. Let's go ahead and go into some of the bucket stepping. So remember, with your bucket step, you're going to want your foot to glide across the ground as though your foot's in that bucket and you're dragging that bucket along with you. The whole side of the body should be moving across that plane in a very vertical fashion when you do that bucket stepping. Okay? Your foot, you want to make sure, is sort of leading in the direction that you're moving. All right? So you don't want the leg to get flagged out as you move with it, all right? You want it to sort of edge its way through that space. The trickiest part about this is keeping that heel down. All right, let's do just some bucket steps. Make sure you alternate legs. And one last round here. All right. When you're doing this bucket step, you want to make sure you're coming back into a fighting position with those legs. All right, so you don't want your feet to get too close together. You don't want to end up bucketing yourself into this sort of crimped space. Always ready in that fighting position, okay? So we're going to go through this. We're going to add some punches in. We're going to do 3 punches, right? Just relax and reset. You're going to punch when you're moving forward with that left foot in front. We're going to punch with our right hand first, all right? And when we come back, right foot first, your left hand's going to punch, okay? So let's lead through that. Right hand, left foot. Changing sides, changing hands and legs. Right, left hand, right foot. Last one. All right. shake it out a little bit. Okay. The real benefit in doing bucket stepping is reteaching yourself how to regain balance, all right? How to move incrementally through your space, all right? There's a lot of tools in just being able to stabilize through your space, all right? Paying really close attention to that vertical line here are really valuable when you're thinking about that bucket stepping, all right? Should look just like I'm gliding across when you think that you're rowing a boat, all right? There's not much change with that torso. Right? Everything's happening on this contraction in that leg space, okay? All right, let's go ahead, go into this one more time, okay? And we're going to do a more standard Wing Chun exercise, a con with a bong sao coming out as we bucket step, all right? So that's that. If your left foot is your leading leg, your right hand is moving into your bong sao. It's dropping down into a tan sao. Make sure this stays in front of your center and your body, your waist is having that twist. So your shoulders have that turn back, but your hips are still going generally in the direction you want to be moving, okay? Don't try to face directly to the side if I'm coming towards the camera here, all right? I don't want to face directly to you, all right? I want my movement to be slightly angled off, just ever so slightly, okay? And come back through, all right? A little bit angled, all right? Let's try that. All right, last round. Okay, check out those legs again. All right. If you're having trouble identifying whether or not your heel is staying down through that movement, which is an important requirement in the motion, you take a little slip of paper and pin it down with your foot, right? Or if you have a smooth surface. Of course, if you're working on something a little bit more grippy, a little bit more frictiony, it might be hard to do. It's a good exercise to initially practice on something like a hardwood floor or like a basketball court, something that is not too rough, all right? And so you kind of want to get that feel for that flow, right? Eventually, you can do this sort of any place, anywhere. Right? It takes a little bit of time to develop that. Let's do a couple of other exercises here, not related specifically to the bucket step as a line drill, but rather in terms of a triangular step, okay? So we're going to take it as a triangle step here, which means we're going to shuffle across the line, turn the corner, and come up, right? We're shuffling back down that line, turning the corner and coming up. My end point or end position should be the same point for both feet, okay? That should be ending at that top point, all right? If you find yourself creeping forward or falling back, all right, even just putting a little piece of tape on the ground could be a good way to identify for yourself where do you want to move with this step, okay? So we're going to bucket together, turn the corner, and bucket up to that angle. Bucket across the line, and then up the angle, okay? We'll do this with a simple punch. Last couple here. All right. Now we're going to go at it with the bowling style. You're going to travel across the baseline of that triangle, come up and throw that punch. Travel across the baseline, throw the punch. All right. Shifting through and coming up. Just a little longer. Last one. Okay. You can play with this in all different ways. At the very end there, change it up to be a little bit more bong sa into a lap, like that. All right. So clearing that hand and hitting through. All right. You can play with that a little bit as well. All right. Let's do 2 quick minutes here, squatting. All right. And after we do our 2-minute squat, then we'll just do a little bit more loosening up and we'll close it for today. Holding here, finding that place as just above a comfortable seat, right? You want your back really straight through this. We're just going to hold. Do about a 2-minute long hold. Do what you can do. Already made it about 30 seconds through. right up onto that 1 minute mark. Stick out as much as you can. Head up. Hold it together. About 30 seconds left to go. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let the hands drop and let the body come up. Shake out the legs a little bit. Good horse stance always get you real warm. All right. We're going to close it up by doing 5 reps of those kicks that we did at the beginning. Inside, outside crescent, outside to inside crescent, forward kick, all right? And not front kick, but rather this rising kick, all right? We're just gonna do 5 of each, just to get those legs loosened back up again, all right? Especially after holding that horse stance, all right? So 5 on each, here we go. And just switch right up to that other leg. No power, just light. To the inside. And change legs, just 5. Okay, and to the front. And changing legs. Okay, and shake it out. Okay. So, this is the sort of shuffle type step that we have in Wing Chun, is that bucket step. Keep working on it. It takes a long time to fulfill all the criteria for a good bucket step, all right? Things like keeping your weight toward the back, especially if you're used to fighting towards the front, it becomes a little bit more challenging to get yourself to learn how to sit down on that rear leg. 60% of your weight back, 40% in the front, okay? So you're still semi-balanced in your stance, but a little bit more back than most people are used to, okay? The other components that you need to look for is when you bring the feet together, you end in a fighting stance, all right? Not too close, not too wide, all right? But a good fighting stance when you finish, all right? Other criteria, keep the heel on the ground, all right? Don't lift it up. It's really tempting to lift up that heel. And then lastly, think about the direction that those feet are kind of leading you. They're sort of carving your way in the direction that you want to go. Don't lay your leg or your foot flag out in the back, okay? All right, that's gonna be it for us today. All right, make sure you drink water, all that good stuff, and we'll see you next time. All right, thank you, everybody.